Hi everybody, let's talk about small talk. It can be really challenging and sometimes it's hard to know where to start. But there are some topics that usually work quite well, and one of them is current events, talking about what's going on in the news. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you some very useful questions, phrases and responses to help you make small talk about current events with confidence. Welcome back to English for Professionals. I'm Derek and I'm here with another short lesson for you busy people. Before we get started, just a quick reminder to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done that already, hit the red button and don't forget to click on the little bell and join my email list. Every 2 weeks I send out my free vocabulary email with additional business English, words from the news and everyday English for you to learn. So check it out, the link is in the description below. And now let's start with the lesson. So first of all, we'll take a look at two dialogues. I'll explain the phrases in both and then we'll practice reading them together. At the end of the lesson, I'll share more useful questions, phrases and responses, so make sure you watch until the end. So let's start with bad or shocking news stories. Take a look at the following dialogue. Did you hear about what happened in Minneapolis? No, I haven't been keeping track of the news. I've been so busy lately. What happened? Really? You haven't heard? There was another case of police brutality and an unarmed black man was killed. Everybody's talking about it. Are you serious? I can't believe this is still happening in 2020. I know, it's so awful. Now we'll take a look at the dialogue again and I'll explain the language used. Paolo starts with the question, did you hear about what happened in? This is a very common way to start a conversation about current events. Then Sandra says that she hasn't been keeping track of the news because she's been busy. Keeping track of is another way of saying following. She hasn't been following the news. Then she asks what happened. Paolo is surprised she hasn't heard and tells her the story. He also says everybody's talking about it to express how big the story is. Sandra can't believe it and starts by asking, are you serious? This is a common way to react to news which you are surprised or shocked by. Then she expresses how shocked she is with, I can't believe this is still happening in 2020. Paolo agrees by saying, I know, it's so awful. Awful is another word for terrible or very bad. Great, and now let's practice it together. You read Paolo's part and I'll read Sandra's. As soon as you see the dialogue again, you can begin. Are you ready? Let's try it. No, I haven't been keeping track of the news. I've been so busy lately. What happened? Are you serious? I can't believe this is still happening in 2020. Excellent! Now let's take a look at the second dialogue, which is about a more positive news story. I have to tell you about a good news story I heard recently. Oh really? Go on then. Well, a 99-year-old army veteran wanted to raise £1,000 for the NHS and in the end he raised more than £30 million. Oh yeah, I did hear something about that. What a fantastic story. It's nice to hear some positive news for a change. Now we'll take a look at the dialogue again and I'll explain the language used. So Klaus starts the conversation with, I have to tell you about. And Alex responds with, oh really? Go on then. Which in this context means, go ahead, I'm listening, or tell me more. Then Klaus starts with well and tells the story. We often use well at the beginning of a sentence when we are telling someone about a story or something we read, saw or heard about. Alex then says, oh yeah, I did hear something about that, to express that he remembers hearing something about the story. He then reacts to the news by saying, "What a fantastic story. It's nice to hear some positive news for a change." He uses "for a change" to emphasize that most of the news we hear is the opposite of positive. And now, like we did with the first dialogue, we'll practice this one together. You read Klaus's part and I'll read Alex's. As soon as you see the dialogue, you can begin. Let's try it. Oh really? Go on then. Oh yeah, I did hear something about that. What a fantastic story. It's nice to hear some positive news for a change. Excellent. Now let's take a look at some more very useful questions, phrases and responses for making small talk about current events. Starting the conversation. Did you hear about? Did you hear about what happened in? Did you watch the news last night? Have you been following? We use this question to ask about a story that has been going on for a longer period. For example, have you been following the elections? I have to tell you about. Or, I heard, I saw, I read that. Responding to shocking or surprising news. It's hard to believe. It makes me angry, to be honest. It's outrageous. Outrageous means very shocking or unacceptable. It's so sad, isn't it? Or it's so depressing, isn't it? Or it's so horrible, isn't it? Reacting to positive news stories. It's about time there was something positive in the news. That's a breath of fresh air. We use this to describe a positive change. When the news doesn't surprise you. I'm not surprised, to be honest. It was bound to happen sooner or later. If you say something was bound to happen, it means you expected it to happen or you thought it was very likely. When you are skeptical. If you are skeptical about something, you're not sure if it's true or real. Really? Where did you hear that? That doesn't sound right. Sounds like fake news to me. I'm not sure I believe that. So there we have it. Lots of great examples of questions, phrases and responses you can use to make small talk about current events. I hope you found the lesson helpful, and if there are any other areas of small talk or business English that you need help with, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to make a lesson about that in the future. If you liked the lesson, hit the like button and share with your friends and colleagues. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and don't forget to join my email list. Every 2 weeks I send out my free vocabulary email with additional business English, words from the news and everyday English for you to learn. So check it out, the link is in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching and see you soon.